Hi, I'm Callahan, and I thought I was getting the deal of a lifetime on a used Honda Accord. Turns out, I was walking straight into the biggest scam of my life. This beauty's only got 42,000 miles on her, Marcus Webb said, patting the hood with his greasy hand. He ran Webb's Premium Auto Sales, the biggest used car lot in town. Previous owner babied this thing. You won't find a better deal anywhere. I walked around the silver Accord, inspecting every inch. Why is the price so low for such low mileage? Estate sale, Marcus replied smoothly. Owner passed away. Family wants it gone quick. Their loss, your gain, buddy. Something felt off, but the car looked pristine. I'll take it. Smart man! Marcus clapped me on the shoulder. Let me get the paperwork started. 3 days later, I was programming my home address into the GPS when a video file popped up. My finger hovered over the delete button, but curiosity won. I pressed play. A woman's face filled the screen. If you're seeing this, you bought a car from Webb's Premium Auto Sales. My name is Sarah Chen, and I'm the real previous owner of this vehicle. Marcus Webb is a fraud. This car has 142,000 miles, not 42,000. He rolled back the odometer and forged the title documents. I sold him this car with full disclosure of a major accident that caused frame damage. He promised to sell it for parts only. Instead, he's selling it as a clean title vehicle. I'm leaving this message because the police said they needed more evidence to prosecute him. If you're watching this, you're his next victim. The real VIN is scratched under the hood lining. Check it, then call me. A phone number flashed on screen. My hands shook as I grabbed my phone and called my brother James. Callahan? What's wrong? James asked. I need you to come over right now. I think I just bought a lemon from a criminal. 20 minutes later, James was under my hood with a flashlight. Holy shit! There's definitely a different VIN etched here. This isn't matching your title at all. I showed him the video. His face darkened as he watched. You need to call this Sarah woman, James said, and we need to get a lawyer involved. I dialed Sarah's number. She answered on the second ring. Sarah Chen speaking. Ms. Chen, my name is Callahan. I just bought a Honda Accord from Webb's Premium Auto Sales, and I found your message in the GPS. Oh my God, she breathed. He actually sold it to someone. I was hoping that message would help whoever bought it. Can you tell me everything? I asked. Marcus Webb runs an entire operation, Sarah explained. He buys damaged cars, rolls back odometers, uses VIN cloning to create fake clean titles, then sells them at premium prices. I sold him my Accord after a major collision. The frame was bent, airbags deployed, everything. Insurance totaled it. I disclosed all of this to Marcus in writing. He told me he'd part it out. 2 months later, I saw it on his lot advertised as a low-mileage, clean title vehicle. I confronted him, and he threatened to sue me for defamation if I went public. Did you go to the police? James asked, leaning close to hear. Yes, but they said without multiple victims coming forward with evidence, it's my word against his business records. He's been doing this for years. Well, he just created his next victim, I said, and I'm not backing down. The next morning, Sarah met us at a coffee shop with a manila folder thick with documents. I've been collecting evidence for 8 months, she said, spreading papers across the table. I documented everything from my original sale to Marcus, including his promise to part out the vehicle. I've got photos of the damage, the insurance total loss declaration, and screenshots of his listings showing the car with false mileage. James whistled. This is damning. There's more, Sarah continued. I've been monitoring his sales. I found 3 other buyers through social media who've complained about mechanical problems after buying from Webb's. None of them knew they'd been scammed. We need to contact them, I said. Already did, Sarah smiled grimly. They're willing to testify if we can get law enforcement involved properly. But we need more than complaints. We need hard evidence of the fraud. I pulled out my phone. I've got the GPS message, the mismatched VINs, and my purchase paperwork showing the false mileage. What else do we need? A lawyer and a detective who specializes in consumer fraud, James suggested. I know a guy. Detective Rodriguez. He busted a chop shop operation last year. Call him, I said. James dialed. Rodriguez? It's James Callahan. I need your help with a major consumer fraud case. He explained the situation while the detective listened. Put me on speaker, Rodriguez's voice came through. Callahan, this sounds like a significant operation. If Webb's been doing this systematically, we're talking multiple felonies. Odometer fraud, title fraud, possibly wire fraud if he advertised online. But I need you to be smart about this. Don't confront him yet. We need to build an airtight case. What should we do? I asked. First, get that car inspected by a certified mechanic. Document the frame damage and get a written statement about the odometer tampering. Second, Sarah needs to provide me with all her documentation. Third, I need to interview the other victims. Then, we'll execute a warrant on his dealership records. Sarah leaned forward. How long will this take? If we move fast, 2 weeks, Rodriguez replied. But Callahan, you need to act normal. Keep driving the car. Don't let Webb know you're suspicious. I can do that, I said, though my stomach churned at the thought. Good. Meet me at my office tomorrow at 9 a.m. Bring everything, Rodriguez said. After the call, Sarah reached across the table and squeezed my hand. Thank you for believing me. Thank you for fighting back. He messed with the wrong guy, I replied. Over the next 10 days, our case came together like pieces of a puzzle. The mechanic's report confirmed severe frame damage inconsistent with a 42,000-mile vehicle. The VIN check revealed the car's actual history. Salvage title, 142,000 miles, major collision. Rodriguez interviewed all 4 victims, and each one had similar stories of undisclosed damage and odometer fraud. We've got him, Rodriguez said during our final meeting before the raid. I've secured a warrant for his business records, computers, and physical inventory. We're executing it tomorrow morning. Callahan, I want you there when we arrest him. Absolutely, I said. This is going to feel good, James grinned. Sarah's eyes gleamed. 8 months of waiting. Finally. 6 police vehicles surrounded Webb's premium auto sales at 7 a.m. Rodriguez motioned for me to stay behind him as officers entered the building. Marcus Webb looked up from his desk, his face draining of color. What's this about? Marcus Webb, you're under arrest for odometer fraud, title fraud, and operating a scheme to defraud consumers, Rodriguez announced. Officers, secure the premises. This is insane, Marcus shouted. You can't just raid my business. We have a warrant, Rodriguez replied calmly, handing him the document. And we have multiple victims, including Callahan here. Marcus's eyes locked on mine. Recognition flickered across his face. You, the Accord buyer. That's right, I stepped forward. The car you sold me with 42,000 miles actually has 142,000. The car you promised Sarah Chen you'd part out for scrap. The car with frame damage you conveniently forgot to mention. I don't know what you're talking about, Marcus stammered. Really? Sarah appeared in the doorway, holding her folder. Because I have your signature on a bill of sale where I disclosed every single problem with that vehicle. I have your text messages promising to dismantle it. And I have screenshots of your listing advertising it as a clean, low-mileage car. Marcus's lawyer face crumbled. Sarah, we can work this out. I'll buy the car back from him. Full refund plus your trouble. Too late for that, Rodriguez interjected. We've found evidence of 17 additional fraudulent sales in your computer records. This isn't about one car anymore, Webb. This is a criminal enterprise. 17? I repeated, shocked. At least, Rodriguez confirmed. We're still counting. Each one represents multiple felony charges. An officer emerged from the back office. Detective, we found 2 laptops with deleted files being recovered. Looks like he's been erasing odometer readings and creating fake VINs. Marcus slumped in his chair. I want my lawyer. Smart move, Rodriguez said. You're going to need one. Officers, take him into custody. As they handcuffed Marcus, he looked at me desperately. Callahan, please. This will destroy my business. My family depends on this income. Can't we settle privately? Your family depends on stolen money, I shot back. You sold me a death trap and lied about every detail. How many other people are driving around in dangerous cars because of you? I'll make it right. I'll refund everyone. With what money? Sarah interjected. You're about to face criminal charges, civil lawsuits, and your business license will be revoked. There is no making this right. Rodriguez began reading Marcus his rights as they led him toward the door. James appeared beside me, watching them load Marcus into the police car. How does it feel? Like justice, I replied. 2 months later, I sat in Detective Rodriguez's office with Sarah and James, reviewing the final case resolution. Marcus Webb pleaded guilty to 14 counts of odometer fraud, 9 counts of title fraud, and 5 counts of wire fraud, Rodriguez announced, sliding the sentencing document across his desk. The judge gave him 6 years in prison and ordered him to pay full restitution to all victims. 6 years? I repeated. That's it? Plus permanent revocation of his dealer license, permanent ban from operating any automotive business in the state, and $100,000 in fines, Rodriguez continued. His dealership assets are being liquidated to pay victim restitution. Callahan, you're getting a full refund plus damages. So is everyone else. Sarah exhaled deeply. I can't believe it's finally over. It's over because you didn't give up, I told her. That GPS message saved me and probably prevented dozens more people from being scammed. The DA wants to thank you both personally, Rodriguez said. Your cooperation made this case airtight. Marcus's lawyer tried every angle, but the evidence was overwhelming. James leaned back in his chair. What about the other victims? Are they getting their money back? Every single one, Rodriguez confirmed. The court appointed a trustee to handle the asset liquidation. Should be completed within 60 days. My phone buzzed. A news notification. Local car dealer sentenced to 6 years for massive fraud operation. I showed it to the others. Good, Sarah said firmly. Let everyone know what happens when you prey on people. Rodriguez stood and shook our hands. You 3 did something remarkable. Most fraud victims just walk away. You fought back the right way, through the legal system, and now a criminal is behind bars. What happened to Marcus's apology attempt? James asked. Didn't he try to write you a letter, Callahan? He did. I pulled the unopened envelope from my jacket. His lawyer sent it last week. I haven't read it. Going to? Sarah asked. I tore the envelope in half without opening it. Nope. Nothing he says changes what he did. He's a con artist who endangered lives for profit. I don't need his apology. I need him in prison where he belongs. Amen to that, James said. Rodriguez walked us to the door. The Consumer Protection Bureau wants to feature your case in their fraud awareness campaign. Would you be willing to do an interview? Absolutely, I agreed. If it helps one person avoid getting scammed, it's worth it. Outside, the 3 of us stood in the parking lot, the weight of the past 2 months finally lifting. What are you going to do now? Sarah asked me. Buy a different car, that's for sure, I laughed. One with actual low mileage. What about you? Move on, she smiled. Knowing I helped take down a predator? That's closure enough. James clapped me on the shoulder. I'm proud of you, bro. You could have just returned the car and walked away. Instead, you burned down his whole operation. He earned it, I replied. Every single consequence. Looking back, finding that GPS message was the luckiest break of my life. It transformed me from a victim into someone who fought back and won. Marcus Webb thought he could scam people indefinitely. He was wrong. Justice isn't about revenge. It's about accountability. It's about standing up and saying, "Not me, not today, not ever again." Have you ever discovered you were being scammed by someone you trusted? What would you have done if you found evidence of fraud hiding in plain sight? Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.